Imagine stepping into the vibrant streets of medieval Córdoba on a Ramadan night, lanterns casting a warm glow, the air filled with the rich aroma of Andalusian delicacies, and the rhythmic recitation of the Quran resonating from grand mosques. Ramadan in Al-Andalus was far more than a period of fasting. It was a profound celebration of faith, culture, and community, uniquely blending Islamic traditions with local influences. In exploring how Ramadan was celebrated in Al-Andalus, it's essential to first understand the broader context of Ramadan within Al-Andalus, a region that marked a vibrant chapter in Islamic history from the 8th to the 15th century. Ramadan, the ninth month of the Islamic lunar calendar, is observed by Muslims worldwide as a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community. It commemorates the first revelation of the Quran to Prophet Muhammad and is a time to purify the soul, focus on spirituality, and practice self-discipline. In Al-Andalus, this religious observance was deeply interwoven with the cultural and social fabric of the society, influencing architecture, governance, and community life. The significance of Ramadan in Al-Andalus goes beyond its religious obligations. It served as a unifying pillar for the diverse population, comprising Muslims, Christians, and Jews, who coexisted in the region. Ramadan became a time when the Muslim community, regardless of their ethnic background, Arab, Berber, or Iberian, came together to celebrate faith and cultural identity. Specific examples of how Ramadan was celebrated can be seen in the communal iftars, or breaking of fasts, which were occasions of hospitality and generosity. Wealthier citizens often provided meals for the less fortunate, fostering a strong sense of community and collective responsibility. Additionally, the mosques, which were architectural marvels in cities like Córdoba and Seville, became hubs of spiritual and social convergence, hosting Quran recitations, prayers, and educational gatherings. Supporters of the enduring significance of Ramadan in Al-Andalus highlight how it exemplified the region's distinctive blend of Islamic, Christian, and Jewish influences, thereby promoting a harmonious coexistence through shared practices and mutual respect. However, challenges and controversies were not absent. While Muslims enjoyed religious freedom to practice Ramadan openly, political dynamics occasionally strained relations with Christian rulers, particularly during the Reconquista. Some critics argue that focusing solely on the harmonious aspects may oversimplify the complex interreligious tensions of the time. Now, before we continue, take a moment to pause this video and reflect. Have you ever wondered how Ramadan was observed in different parts of the world throughout history? Or do you have unique Ramadan traditions of your own? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you're enjoying this historical journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on our future videos. Ramadan in Al-Andalus influenced other aspects of the region's life, notably its cultural and intellectual pursuits. The emphasis on reflection and community during Ramadan also spilled over into the non-religious sphere, fostering an environment of learning, dialogue, and innovation, which ultimately contributed to the Andalusian Renaissance. Furthermore, the celebration of Ramadan underscored the importance of balance between spiritual and worldly pursuits, a tenet that continues to resonate in the broader study of how faith and culture intersected in historical contexts. Ramadan, the holy month of fasting and spiritual reflection for Muslims, was a period of unique cultural and religious significance in Al-Andalus, the region of Muslim Spain from the 8th to the 15th centuries. Celebrated with a blend of Islamic practices and the rich cultural tapestry of the Iberian Peninsula, Ramadan in Al-Andalus offers a fascinating glimpse into the ways religion and culture interwove during this historical period. In Al-Andalus, Ramadan was not only a time for fasting from dawn to sunset, but also an opportunity for communal gatherings, heightened religious devotion, and cultural expression. The observance of fasting, the act of refraining from eating and drinking during daylight hours, served as an equalizer among people, drawing them together in shared spiritual experience and reflection. The importance of this practice lay not only in its religious significance, but also in its ability to strengthen community bonds and cultural identity. One prominent example of Ramadan's significance in Al-Andalus was the nightly recitation of the Quran in mosques, an event that drew large crowds and fostered a sense of collective worship and communal spirit. Additionally, post-fast meals known as Iftar, which broke the daily fast at sunset, turned into opulent feasts featuring a variety of dishes, influenced by local ingredients and culinary traditions unique to the region. These gatherings provided a platform for socializing and cultural exchange, further solidifying communal ties. Historical accounts reveal opinions highlighting the vibrancy of Ramadan in Al-Andalus, capturing the deep reverence and joy experienced during the festivities. Poets and scholars often penned works celebrating the spiritual and cultural richness of the month, emphasizing its role in enriching Al-Andalus's societal fabric. However, Ramadan celebrations in Al-Andalus were not without their challenges. There were differing opinions on how strictly Islamic laws should be interpreted in relation to local customs, leading to debates among scholars and authorities. The integration of diverse cultural practices sometimes faced criticism from more orthodox groups, emphasizing the tension between preservation of religious practices and cultural adaptation. Nevertheless, Ramadan in Al-Andalus was a period that not only reinforced religious devotion, but also enhanced the cultural and social landscape of the region. By weaving religious observance with local customs and artistic expression, Ramadan celebrations contributed to the unique identity of Al-Andalus and influenced its broader cultural and religious legacy. The spirit of Ramadan forged stronger community connections and highlighted the rich intercultural interactions that define this vibrant period in history. Al-Andalus refers to the Muslim-ruled territories in the Iberian Peninsula from the early 8th to the late 15th century. Established after the Islamic conquest of the Visigothic kingdom, Al-Andalus became a vibrant center of Islamic culture and a beacon of intellectual and cultural exchange between the Islamic world and Christian Europe. The Islamic influence here is characterized by advancements in areas such as science, philosophy, art, and architecture, deeply intertwining with local cultures and traditions. This unique blend of Muslim, Christian, and Jewish influences fostered a society that was not only diverse, but also remarkably progressive for its time. Understanding the historical backdrop of Al-Andalus is essential to comprehending how Ramadan, an important pillar of Islam celebrated through fasting, prayer, and reflection, was observed in this region. Such knowledge illuminates the cultural and religious practices that would have taken place, highlighting Al-Andalus's role as a center of Islamic tradition while simultaneously embracing diverse influences. Ramadan in Al-Andalus exemplified the blending of the religious and the cultural, showcasing a period of harmony and coexistence. One notable example of the cultural richness during Ramadan in Al-Andalus was the Iftar, the evening meal with which Muslims break their fast. Influenced by local culinary practices, Iftar would include a mix of ingredients and dishes unique to this region, illustrating an adaptation of religious practices to local contexts. Another example is the architectural grandeur of the mosques in Al-Andalus, like the Great Mosque of Córdoba, which played pivotal roles during Ramadan. These structures not only served as places for prayer and community gatherings, but also stood as symbols of Islamic architectural innovation and societal inclusiveness. Supporters of promoting an understanding of Al-Andalus often highlight how it stands as a historical testament to interfaith coexistence and cultural synergy. Yet, challenges arise when discussing such historical contexts. Debates persist around the extent of genuine religious tolerance and whether the period was as harmonious as often portrayed. Critics argue that romanticizing the past overlooks conflicts and power dynamics that also existed. Exploring the historical context of Al-Andalus deepens the understanding of how Ramadan was celebrated. It connects the religious observance to broader cultural practices, showcasing how regional characteristics were woven into Islamic traditions. This interplay of cultural and religious dynamics is crucial for appreciating the unique way Ramadan was observed in this part of the world, highlighting the adaptability and richness of Islamic practices in diverse cultural landscapes. Certainly, let's explore the concept of Iftar gatherings in the context of how Ramadan was celebrated in Al-Andalus, the region known today as Muslim Spain. Iftar, the evening meal with which fasting is broken during the holy month of Ramadan, served not only as a dietary ritual, but as a rich cultural and social experience in Al-Andalus. In this historical period, Iftar gatherings were vibrant and communal, embodying the spirit of unity and gratitude. Families, friends, and neighbors would come together to break their fasts, transforming an essential religious practice into a communal feast, known for its significant social and cultural bonding. The significance of iftar gatherings in this context cannot be understated. They were not merely about quenching hunger after a day of fasting, but were a manifestation of the broader values of charity, unity, and hospitality that lie at the heart of Ramadan. During these gatherings, wealthier individuals would often include those less fortunate, thus fostering a sense of equality and community care that reinforce social ties across different strata of society. Specific examples abound, such as the lavish iftar gatherings hosted by prominent figures of the time where a variety of dishes, often influenced by both local Spanish and wider Islamic culinary traditions, were shared. These events often became occasions for intellectual and artistic exchange, where guests indulged in poetry and music, reflecting the cultural amalgamation unique to Al-Andalus. In communal mosques or madrasas, public iftars were organized to include travelers and strangers, ensuring everyone had the opportunity to partake in the breaking of the fast. Supporters of this practice highlight how it cultivated a sense of belonging and community, emphasizing that shared meals could bridge cultural and economic divides. However, challenges existed. The mixing of opulent feasts with a religious duty called for moderation, sometimes sparked controversy, with some arguing that such generosity bordered on excess, detracting from the spiritual essence of Ramadan. Despite these potential controversies, the practice of iftar gatherings interconnected with other aspects of Ramadan celebrations, like the significance of prayer and charity, creating a holistic experience of the holy month. This cultural legacy of iftar in Al-Andalus showcases its lasting impact, influencing how Ramadan is celebrated in many Islamic communities globally, where fostering communal ties continues to be an integral component of religious observance. Thus, iftar gatherings not only highlight the distinct cultural tapestry of Al-Andalus, but also stand testament to the enduring values of Ramadan celebrations across time and geography.